Good evening and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Kevin Christopher.
And I'm Angie Bevan, in tonight for Nancy Cox. Before we get to the big story, we are following a developing story.
Investigators say a shooting involving a police officer that left 2 people dead in Oldham County is connected to the abduction of a woman from the Ohio State University Mansfield campus. Yesterday, a police chase began in Gallatin County after a 911 call about a distressed person and ended in Oldham County, where police say the driver crashed at exit 14 on I-71. Troopers say they opened fire when 24-year-old Tyrell Pounds fired a round from inside that car. Pounds died at the scene, and the woman, 20-year-old Skylar Williams, was also hit and died at U of L Hospital. State police say after talking to authorities in Ohio, they confirmed Pounds is the man who allegedly abducted Williams from the campus of Ohio State University Mansfield on Monday.
Rain's pretty much done, so good news with that. The wind is not, though. We'll continue to see wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour for the next several hours. And so, again, it is just howling out there. Current wind gusts around the area of Lexington, we sit at 35. You got a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust in London, even back to Louisville. You're seeing wind gusts still in the low 40s. Once you get past Louisville, things do begin to calm down some, but that's still a few hours away. We do have a wind advisory that'll actually take us past midnight. It covers all of central Kentucky, northern Kentucky, and then also down around Lake Cumberland. You're looking at eastern Kentucky. We're not included in the wind advisory, but still wind gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour will be common. There is the back edge of the rain, at least the main rain getting out, because a few little light showers are going to wander through, and it's possible 1 or 2 pockets of that may try and actually turn into a snowflake. But again, you see it's already past Pikeville. So again, we got that all done and out of here. Future track shows the clouds, the little light rain, and yeah, a flurry potential. And it's few and far between with that. Don't wake the kids up in the middle of the night to go see it. It's not like that or anything. Clouds will eventually start to try and break up as we head toward morning. The cold temperatures are pouring in. Look at this. We're already down into the upper 30s in Lexington after being close to 60 earlier today. We're talking about a little bit of a chill for tomorrow. We'll have that for you in just a minute.
Well, at least those temperatures are well above 0. Thank you, Bill.
And that constant rain has been causing problems around the Bluegrass. Knox County and Barberville schools dismissed students from class at noon today because of flooding worries.
And a mudslide in Whitley County left people stranded in their homes for hours. Alexa Helweg reports in tonight's big story at 6.
Students at Jesse D. Lay Elementary ran out of school this afternoon hoping to avoid the rain. Their classes were cut short because the district didn't want to risk putting their students and staff in any dangerous high water situation.
They don't usually typically let school out early for flooding unless it's like, you know, going to do something. So I guess it's going to flood pretty good here.
Brian Farmer was picking up his 3rd grade son and supports the school's decision to dismiss early today. Bus drivers who know area roads very well reported their concerns to the transportation department this morning, sparking a quick but considerate decision.
We seen the water was rising, and we wanted to get students and staff, that was in flooded areas, or prone areas, home as quickly as possible.
Over in Whitley County, the continuous rain caused a mudslide on Bunches Creek Road, stranding people in their houses for hours while crews tried to clean it all up.
And there's people that's having to stay on one side of it and park on a different place. And they call us and ask if that's all right to park at that spot.
Covering the news, Alexa Helwig, LEX 18 News.
Barberville Independent Schools has canceled classes for tomorrow and Thursday. Both will be non-traditional instruction days. With the heavy downpours in Louisville today, it was hard to see the road during the morning commute. This driver found a car in trouble shortly after 6 o'clock. Police responded to a water rescue after the car and driver were stuck at Breckenridge and 6 Mile Lane. No injuries were reported.
Track the latest forecasts 24/7 by logging onto our website, lex18.com. Take it with you wherever you go by downloading our free LEX18 Storm Tracker weather app. In other news, the health department reports that an employee at Gus's world-famous fried chicken in Lexington has caught hepatitis A. Health officials say the infected person is not working right now while they are sick, and that the restaurant is doing everything it can to make sure that staff and customers are safe. While it is rare for the virus to spread from a food worker to a customer, health officials advise anyone who ate at Gus's from January 23rd through February 8th to get the hepatitis A vaccine. The man accused of shooting a Knox County man during a robbery sits in a Michigan jail awaiting extradition to Kentucky.
And now we're learning of a video Philip Lee Lewis posted online after the killing, possibly bragging about the murder. Conroy DeLuche has more details.
Brandy Frichetti's world was changed forever on January 16th, the night her son Gary Medlin was shot and killed during a robbery.
I pray, I leave it in God's hands, but I struggle every single day.
For 3 weeks, she waited for the capture of her son's killer while trying to console Medlin's now widow and their 2 sons.
She has a lot of love and support. We'll always help her with the babies. We'll reassure the babies that they grow up to know Gary and how much he loved them.
State police say evidence left behind at the crime scene pointed to Philip Lee Lewis. While he was on the run, police say this rap video of Lewis was posted to YouTube called Drop Bodies.
Kill me when I spot him, don't try me, I drop bodies, guaranteed to be a body on the crime scene if you try me.
Last Friday, a Crime Stoppers tip led law enforcement to a home in Flint, Michigan, where Lewis was with his girlfriend. Police say that Lewis came out without incident and is now sitting in a Michigan jail.
It actually eases my heart a little bit. I know my son's in heaven and he's smiling down that we've got his killer.
KSP does not know when U.S. Marshals will bring Lewis back to Kentucky to face charges. In the meantime, questions remain. Who was the getaway driver and why were they in Knox County? Covering the news in Knox County, Conroy DeLuche, LEX 18 News.
Detectives in Whitley County have arrested 3 men in connection with the case of a man found dead yesterday. State police say they found 45-year-old Billy Lawson dead of a stab wound yesterday in a building off Highway 25W near the Tennessee state line. Investigators arrested 22-year-old Jordan Miracle, 27-year-old James Muse, and 27-year-old Jamie Muse. All 3 are charged with murder, robbery, and evidence tampering.
For almost 6 weeks, there has been no sign of missing Madison County mother Savannah Spurlock. Now, while social media has helped put the word out, her family says Savannah has been viciously bullied on her own Facebook page and that they can't do anything about it.
But they're trying. LEX 18's Lee Searcy has that story.
Savannah Spurlock's loved ones are learning the painful way that she did not secure her Facebook privacy settings before she disappeared.
Facebook says they're against bullying, but here they're letting this poor person be bullied and she can't protect herself.
On Savannah's Facebook page, there are many posts of support.
The rest of us are trying to stay off as much as we can.
But her aunt, Lisa Thomas, says some people continue to spew hateful, racist, and violent comments about Savannah, who was last seen leaving a Lexington bar with 3 men January 4th. Some comments are so raunchy we won't show them. Toma tells us Facebook administrators have refused to let Savannah's mother access her account so she can change Savannah's privacy settings.
They've told me each time, sorry, we can't help you. This is a privacy issue because I can't prove that Savannah is deceased or medically incapacitated. And so they're saying they can't help us.
There's a petition asking Facebook to reconsider its policies and include missing persons whose dignity and rights could be protected when they're unable to defend themselves.
I think this fight goes beyond her story. I think it is a bigger fight for the over 15,000 missing persons who are out there.
Savannah's Facebook page has gone dark on one side since the first day she disappeared, but has lit up with disparaging remarks on the other side, adding another element of pain to a family already grieving. Covering the news, Lee Searcy, LEX 18 News.
Also tonight, the man accused of robbing a woman at gunpoint in the St. Joseph Hospital parking garage in Lexington pleaded not guilty in court this afternoon. 27-year-old Jody Shipman faces several charges because police say he forced a woman to drive to an ATM where he made her withdraw $100. He's also wanted in a robbery from last month. Police say after that, he was caught on camera using a stolen credit card. He'll be back in court February 19.
We hear it from police all the time, domestic abusers getting access to guns and killing their partners. So today, families who lost loved ones to gun violence gathered to show their support for a bill that has not yet been introduced. Now, this bill would keep guns out of the hands of domestic abusers. Currently, federal law already prohibits domestic abusers who are facing protective orders from having a gun. But today, advocates say that clearly doesn't do enough. The thing that frustrates them most is the fact that these abusers somehow keep getting guns.
She got in her car, she drove around the corner, and he made her get out of the car, and then he shot her, I think, 7 times in the back, rolled her over, shot her in the face, and then shot himself in the head.
The bill is expected to be introduced later this legislative session. Coming up, a Central Kentucky animal shelter is pleading for help after taking in so many dogs and cats, they are running out of space.
And food. Watch how you can help the Garrett County Animal Shelter during their Code Red emergency next on LEX 18 News at 6.